Welcome to Escape This Podcast, a show that's a mix between tabletop role-playing and escape room puzzles. This is the 7th episode of Season 18.
And I'm still on break.
Danny's still on break. We've got... Do you want to hint what the 3 rooms coming up are?
I think I already said them in a
Oh, you
podcast,
did?
This Escape.
Maybe. So this is our second guest room in a row until there's 3 Danny-written bank-based rooms.
Yes.
Which should be a lot of fun. But for this second guest episode of this season, we have a returning guest game master.
Yay.
Welcome back to the show, Das.
Previously on Escape This Podcast, we brought you a sequel to a sequel. Reprising our repetitiveness, we now bring you a returning Game Master.
Yeah, so you came on first to give us one of the strangely many Alex bathrooms that we've had. And then you also did a room in the Cluseum arc fairly recently. Is this going to be better than anything you've ever done before? The greatest room that's going to blow those 2 out of the water?
I actually wrote this room prior to Cluseum, so
That seems fair.
Cluseum was more my culmination of skill and effort. This is, I was in the queue for a while as guest game master, and then this really rude group of writers came on, including myself, and just usurped the whole guest game master
Yes, it is true.
order.
Cluseum sort of, as an event, took precedence over the regular list.
Wildly, rudely cut in the line.
And now I've gone back to the list, and just so happened you were the next one in line from 2 years ago. So welcome to the show again. We're very excited to play through this room. Well, look, before we get in, we always have the same 2 questions, and I know you've answered them fairly recently, but you're going to answer them again. This is an escape room show. Are there any updates to your escape room experience?
Yes, last time I was on, I think I was at 18 escape rooms, and now I'm at 24 escape rooms done.
Nice.
Nice.
Including some of the writers and people working on the Cluseum arc got together to do some in-person rooms together.
Aw, That's
Nice.
lovely.
We ran through all the rooms at Escape Room Herndon near Dulles Airport in Virginia. It's a wonderful place. Highly recommend if anyone's looking for a good room.
Wonderful. And then this is escape rooms in a tabletop role-playing style. In fact, I hope you know, given that you're writing one for us today, do you have any updates to your tabletop role-playing experience?
Yes, I've started playing a lot of Blood on the Clock Tower.
Nice.
Yes,
Favorite
I'm
role?
still very much... I am too much of a novice to have a favorite role. I think I'm at 23 games total now.
That's
which
not
is...
novice at all. It's like Blood on
Ugh.
the Clock Tower. It's like escape rooms. Once you've done a couple, you're in the top category.
Yeah, you just ignore all those freaks online who play 7,000 games a week every week.
Everyone I am playing with is far more experienced than me.
Sure. Do you prefer good or evil?
My win rate is definitely better being evil, but it's a lot more stressful.
Ah.
That is true. It is much more stressful. All right, I think I'm ready to play.
Let's do it.
Das, would you like to take it away?
There's no preamble for you. There is a slight preamble for the
Ooh.
audience. This room contains some voice acting of animal noises. Those of you who have pets may wish to listen with headphones to avoid getting your pets riled up.
You're really putting a lot of credit to your own. You're thinking all these animals are going to be like, that's really a bear, a bird, a plane. Maybe you'll just sound, they'll be like,
Plane.
they'll just sit there thinking, it sounds like some humans making weird noises at me.
Entirely possible, but I'll at least be nice to your listeners. All right, let's begin.
Oh my god, it's a cat! It's a real cat! Danny, it's a cat! Danny, I'm so riled
Stop
up!
saying that. The fly knows that word.
Good point, actually. I might rile up the dog.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You squawk back.
It's a cat, a dog, and a 1930s gangster.
You had friends and flockmates once, before you were kidnapped by a human. You thought maybe you could adjust to your new life, but if you have to sit through one more meow, you're gonna lose it. It's a sad existence, but this home, with that cat, and that dog, it's a living hell. You're gonna do something about it. You're going to escape. You are in a cage, covered by a blanket. Inside your cage is a perch, and the cage has a door. Good luck.
Okay, chill start. Is it a perch like a sort of metal and wood perch hanging from the top of the cage, or is it like a fake tree from the bottom?
The perch is a wooden dowel that is murdering your feet. The humans don't even care enough to give you a branch to perch on that would prevent these foot sores. The perch is suspended from the top of your cage with some twine.
I'm not sure how, but my bird is starting to look like an opossum.
I do not know how you could possibly draw a bird to make it look like an opossum.
Neither do
everybody
I.
at home, let me check this drawing.
Look at its face.
Danny has drawn a skull of Marge Simpson. That's what Danny has drawn. I don't know how.
Twine.
No, that's Marge Simpson's hair. All right. You've got a bird on a perch, and we're covered in a
Blanket.
blanket.
Mhm.
Shall we have a look at this little cage?
It,
Door?
it,
Sorry.
it feels like, yeah, we should go and peck at the door.
Yeah, maybe the door just opens.
The cage door does not open as it is locked with a T-shaped metal pin.
Is that out of our birdly grasp?
Oh, you can reach the pin.
Can we pull it?
Are we smart enough?
You try to lift it, but this pin is really heavy.
Ah.
Too heavy for your lightweight bird self to lift.
Oh, little bird bones.
Can we? Well, no, I was going to say, can we take the twine off the perch and then use it to attach this thing around the perch like a big like a big pulley? But then I went, no, we've taken it down if we take the twine out.
Do we think that we can use the dowel as a lever in some fashion?
We have a dowel. Can we peck away at that twine and see if we can free this
Even if we
perch?
can't get out, we'll be sending a message.
I mean, you don't even need to peck at it. You have fairly dexterous feet. You untie the twine,
Ah.
and you now have the dowel.
So smart. Not us for solving a puzzle, a bird for being able to do that.
So you're thinking it's got like a little T pin that's too heavy for us.
Mhm.
Does it look just like it's something that has to lift upwards?
Yes, so you just would pull the T-shaped pin straight
Yeah.
up if you were strong enough to.
And if is a dowel going to help us with that? We can't lift it at all. Is there anything else as we fly around our tiny cage
Yeah, we should
on the
probably
inside
look
of
at
this
the
like cover that we can
rest
see?
of things.
I mean, humans really should be giving you more enrichment than this. There's nothing else inside this cage.
Outrageous.
Can we attach the twine to the top of the T?
You are able to tie the twine onto the top of the T.
Oh.
Can we then take the other end of twine and start rolling it up with the dowel, and so use the mechanical force of twisting the
interesting.
dowel around to
I was
slowly
going to-
wrench it up?
I was going to suggest just like looping it around a bar at the other end and pulling it that way.
That's true. We could do that too.
Try your way first. We've got this dowel, we want to use it.
We're a mechanical-minded bird, and I'd like to use simple machines to open this cage.
I'm having trouble picturing exactly
Yeah,
what
me
you're doing. Can
too.
you detail that a little more?
You know, I've just got a big cylinder, and I've got twine wrapped around it, so I can roll the cylinder to pull the
Does
twine.
that make it easier?
I think mechanically that makes it easier. For every loop, I've got like something bigger to twist. So I get my large twisting motion.
It sounds
pulls a little bit of
convincing,
twine.
doesn't
I think
it?
That's a reasonable reeling style sort of thing. I think that makes mechanical sense.
Right now, you have one end of the twine tied to the T-shaped metal pin, and you roll the other end of the twine onto the dowel, which, since it's been untied, is sitting on the floor of the cage.
Yeah.
In rolling, you are now pulling the twine horizontally,
Oh, it does
and
need
the
to go
pin
over
does
something.
not move.
I sort of pictured going
but
over
the
the top
dowel
of the
rolls
door.
toward. Okay,
Yeah.
you loop it over one of the
to make
cage
it a bit
bars
also,
now.
a bit also.
Well, that's what I said. I said
It's a
looping it
joint-
over a cage
It's
bar.
a joint effort.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Get
Obviously,
you've
yes,
now-
pulling it horizontally would not be helpful. I kind of pictured the door having some height that would help.
You have looped the twine over the cage bar, and now try rolling the dowel. And the dowel rolls along the cage floor, but you, with your lightweight self, are not able to get anything to happen in the up-down direction.
Oh no.
What I am picturing now is, I don't know if it's mechanically any different to this. So the other end is still tied to the dowel. I want to, if I can, loop that around like the top of the cage and then just sit on it.
But we're so light.
I know we're light, but maybe sitting power is better than other power.
Okay.
You said you still had one end tied to the dowel. Did
We
you mean
do now.
one end tied to the T-shaped pin?
Both of them. We completely freed this twine.
We ideally, if our weight is not enough, we must, by definition of being a bird, be able to generate more lift than we have weight going down. We are a bird. That's how we fly. So can we just use the twine to put on top of the pin and then fly upwards, hence lifting it? Because we can go upwards more than we can go downwards. That's the
Oh.
point of being a bird.
Bird physics.
You have one end of the twine tied to the T-shaped metal pin, grab the other end of the twine and try flying upward, but you are still not able to jerk the pin upward. It is too heavy for you.
I think we give up.
The humans have bested us. What are we missing? We need to check out this blanket. Ooh, we're a bird that can imitate stuff. You reckon we can get a cat towards us?
Oh, do you want to start meowing like a cat?
It might give us some daylight at least.
Can we attempt to meow like a cat?
You attempt to meow like a cat, and you hear meows back from the distance. But from how it sounds, that cat might not even be in the same room as you.
Darn.
There was also a dog.
Yeah, the
we
dog.
attempt to bark like a dog.
Well, I don't know about barking like a dog. Dogs respond to human voices. Maybe we should just say, "Come here, boy. Come here, boy."
Oh, that's better.
You say, "Come here, boy," to no avail.
Ah, fine. Can we bark like a dog?
You bark like a dog, and the dog barks back. It sounds like the dog is in the same room as you.
Okay, we have a dog. The blanket is covering us.
Yes.
Do we think we could, tie the twine to the other end of the dowel, get it out of the cage, and have the dog pull?
I feel like he does need to pull upwards. I don't know if it'll help, but we can give it a try.
We can still have a levering
I think
system.
we'll just pull the entire cage onto the ground. But
Or
let's see how
that.
it goes. Okay, so we tie one end of the twine to the
will the dowel
pin.
will the dowel fit through?
Can we?
Yes, the
Oh.
dowel will fit through the cage bars.
Okay, can we
Okay.
have it tied to one end of the twine? I really want to make sure that we have looped around a bar in some fashion so that we don't lose our levering capability, just in case, even if we end up pulling the whole cage down, and send the dowel dangling down somewhere that might be in dog vision.
You have one end of the twine tied to the T-shaped metal pin,
Yep.
the other end tied to the dowel. You push the dowel out of one of the holes in the wire cage between the bars, having the twine loop over one of the bars that's higher up than the
Thank you.
T-shaped pin, pushing the dowel past this lightweight blanket that you wished was much thicker to deaden the noises of your roommates, and the dowel falls down outside and is now suspended on the twine.
Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Fetch.
Yeah, we say fetch.
You say fetch with the dowel just dangling and nothing happens.
Can we just jingle it like keys? Can we just grab the twine and pull it? Is that an?
Just make it swing back and forth a
Yeah, is
little.
that exciting enough for a dog?
You try making it to jingle back and forth to no avail.
Oh, no. This felt so promising.
We couldn't look at anything else with this cover as it is, right? There's nowhere on the cover that we could look at.
Yeah, with the blanket draped over your cage, you can't see anything else.
And we can't just lift the blanket.
I mean, it's a really lightweight blanket.
Oh, really? Oh, can we reach it and give it a
So
scratch
you're
out?
saying this bird is so weak it can't lift the small metal pin that keeps its door closed, but we can take the whole blanket off?
Metal is
A
hard,
heavy
though.
metal pin as opposed to a lightweight blanket.
That's insane! The blanket covers the whole thing!
Yeah, which means that there's some angles of it at the top where it will slip right off.
All right, we move the big
Yeah.
giant blanket.
I want to get my claws and face into that blanket to give it a tip.
You grab the blanket with your beak, give it a tug, and it moves a bit. You grab it again, more confident, give it a bigger tug, and it falls to the floor, revealing the room around you. On the same ledge as your cage is a bowl. On the wall to your left are some training posters. Across from you is a door. On the wall to your right are animal pictures. And in one of the corners of the room is a dog.
Okay, well, this is much more informative. Was there anything else, or did we cover it?
That is all that seems to be in this room.
Okay, fantastic. These training posters, there's a chance they might be about dog training.
Sure, let's see what we can see of the training posters.
You take a look at the training posters, and this is what you see.
Yay, an image.
Right, for people at home, you can see this image in the show notes below. But what is it? We've got birds, cats, and dogs. 3 little posters about their behavior and various things. Would you like to learn about birds?
I'm more interested in dogs,
I know,
but we
but
can give
they're
we
third.
can give a brief sort of overview. So we've got a list of the behaviors in a left column that you want them to perform, and then an action or command that is associated with them. Some of them are just like, stand on one leg, spin in place, but we also have such adventures as poop on enemy. That's
For
exciting.
which you need to point at a human and say, get 'em.
That'll be fun for us.
Spin in place, a finger circle pointing down,
Makes sense.
etc.
These all feel like things that well, not all. I feel like I have seen some of these performed on YouTube videos.
Now, for cats, there are, again, a list of behaviors and the actions, commands that could make them do it. High paw, pounce, recall.
Scratch enemy. Okay, so we've got attack enemy as general things. So some of these
Sit.
commands are somewhat common between animals.
Now, some of
but
them do
not all.
require fingers. Spin in place requires a finger circle
Yeah,
pointing
so-
down. We don't have fingers.
Well,
So we'd have to do
who
something
knows
about
if
that.
who knows if we've got fingers.
I
that
do like
cats
one
could
being light
recognize.
up pounce target with laser pointer
Love
for
that.
the cat. We might do that later. But let's read all of the dogs, shall we?
Dogs is what we
Because
want.
that's what we want.
Okay, so we've got bite enemy, fetch target. That's what we want. High paw, recall, sit, recall.
I think it's
Recall.
recall. I think
In this
recall would be
case.
like
Make your dog
please
memory.
Remember things.
Make your dog memory something. Yeah,
recall.
but we
recall.
want fetch target for a dog, don't we?
I
we're
suppose, but we
pretty-
did say fetch, not while we were throwing it, but while
No, we
dropped
need
it.
to. That's the whole point of these actions and commands. They all have a lot of them have something simultaneous going on, and this is
Sure.
fetch. We tried just saying fetch as a guess, but it is while throwing the target.
If
So
we
timing
wait
the
and
right.
try and as we drop the dowel off the side, say fetch.
Yeah, can we try to time that perfectly? Get our dowel back and then give it as good a toss as we can while squawking fetch.
Fetch.
You reel the dowel back in, and this time you toss it out of the cage while squawking fetch. The dog looks up, sees a stick flying through the air, bounds over to it, grabs the stick, giving it a bit of tug, looks around for its master, doesn't see its master,
Oh.
drops the stick and goes back to
No.
its corner.
Okay.
But in the process, it tugged the pin out, and the cage door is now unlocked.
All right.
All right.
We stroll out.
You stroll out.
Gotta avoid this cat wherever it might be.
Nah,
I know
cats
we
are
don't
great.
think it's in the room with us right now, but still.
You can now observe that the cat is definitively not in the room with you right
for
now.
Okay, well, that's a great first step. God, there are no windows in this room. That's frightening.
There are no windows in this room.
This person's a bad bird owner. Can we check this bowl that we're next to?
The bowl is some lightweight, flimsy thing, of course. It has bird food in it, but these are just disgusting pellets, not stuff that you would actually consider tasty.
And it
Hmm.
wasn't put in the cage with us.
Nope.
Okay.
So rude.
Bird pellets. If we dig around in the pellets, is there anything
Hidden treasure?
hidden?
You dig around, and there is nothing else in this bowl.
Well,
Damn.
It's very disappointing. Should we look? We didn't have much luck with our own door. I don't know what our plan is for a human door, but it feels like we have to look.
Maybe.
You fly over. The room's door is a sliding door with an adjacent button and a microphone built into the wall.
Ooh.
Alas, that door is not soundproof enough to block out those annoying meows from the next room over.
Interesting.
So it
Okay.
seems like a voice locked door. Can we try and go up near
Oh,
the microphone and say,
it could-
open sesame?
It could just be like an intercom or something. Who knows?
There was a button next to that microphone.
Oh, maybe we can use it to talk to a cat.
Yeah.
What does a cat do that can help it open a door from the other side? High paw. Wait, that's a dog. High paw. Hold hand up with palm face. Oh, we don't have a hand.
Mm.
The only cat-based voice command is to sit, or maybe to get him, or to call out the cat's name while holding food.
We might be able to create a laser system somewhere. We never know.
Yes, that would point back at the handle of the door.
We should probably take a look at what few other things we got going on in here.
Yeah, I love it.
There were some animal posters, I believe.
There were some animal posters. You can take a look at those.
All right, this is another image for people playing along at home. Danny, would you like to
Oh, hello.
look at this? Whoa. Oh, there's so many animals.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, so this is so many animal posters that I'm assuming that this is actually just a poorly kept rescue place or hoarder's place.
Mm.
Because what we have is like a picture of a dog with a name and a date, perhaps a birth date, and a couple of paragraphs of description about it. I don't know if we want to read through all of these because there's a lot.
There is multiple paragraphs for every dog. We could, as an example, read about Chai.
Okay.
So Chai is an Australian shepherd. He is friendly so long as you are not a car, squirrel, or new person knocking on his door. If you are one of those, be prepared to be barked at. If you are a car and you're preparing to take Chai for a drive, this may redeem you, as Chai loves riding in cars with his head hanging out the window and his tongue flapping in the breeze. When not being a passenger prince, Chai tends to keep active playing fetch and going hiking. That's how he burns off the extra calories he gets from sneakily taking human food when they aren't looking. But a human can always tell when he's pulled off a food heist, as shaking his wiggle butt when excited is Chai's chief tell. Chai will sit on your head like an egg when you're sleeping. Hey, Danny. Do eggs famously sit on heads?
No, my head becomes like an egg.
Oh, I see. But no human could ever stay mad at him for long, as his puppy dog eyes and super soft to the touch fur are his get out of jail free cards.
Okay, so we've got descriptions like these for a lot of dogs. I think we need to know which dog we're
I think we
dealing
do.
with.
We need to know whether our dog is Chai the Australian Shepherd, Izzy Busy the Pitbull Husky German Shepherd,
That's a cat.
Perry the Tabby Cat. I'm going to say that's probably not what our dog is.
Okay, next one's also a cat.
Prince the Maine Coon Mix, Luca the Australian Labradoodle, Mason a Finch. Is that us?
You are not Mason the Finch.
Okay.
Okay. Misha,
a
a
calico
calico cat. Phoenix, a Finnish Laphunt. Zucchini, a Siamese domestic short-hair mix. Rascal, a Yorkie.
Whose description is a little different from the others.
Weighing in at a whopping 7.5 pounds, in this corner we have the one, the only Rascal. This one-eyed fighting machine has taken on the biggest, the baddest, the boldest cats. Cats? He's chased them. Dogs? He's demolished them. Horses? He's halted them. Outside the ring, Rascal is a loving dog who enjoys snuggling with his humans. So yeah, lots of fun descriptions of animals.
You take a look at the dogs on the posters and the dog in the room with you, and none of them match.
Oh, no.
They do also have dates. 5302, 1202, 10701, 2302.
You know what? I assumed at first that they were going to be birth dates, but some of these would be very old animals by now.
These could also be, because we have blocks of text with numbers above them, references to things within the text. Like,
Definitely
it could be the 6th word, the 2nd word, the 19th word. It could be none of these numbers are higher than 26, but that's probably not relevant. It could be 6th line, 2nd word, 19th letter. Probably not. I don't know if there's enough to arbitrarily try and interpret these with one of those possible.
I think, look, it's not impossible that we could search around, but it might be a bit of trial and error for finding the correct one. So is there anything else that you want to look at in the room or mess around with in the room before we make
I just want
these
to check one
attempts?
thing. Chai is 6'2",
Yeah.
The 6th word of his big passage is he. The 2nd word is. So if the 19th word is something interesting, then maybe we try this. What is the 19th word? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
He is new. That could be believable.
Hold on. He is new.
Or that could be a remarkable coincidence.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And husky. And okay, hold on. This is making a sentence. He is new and husky and this is something. Tabby. A.
Okay, maybe not.
He is new and husky and Tabby A. That doesn't make sense. Hold on, let's just check 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And a not. Interesting. This could still be. Look, as soon as it stops being a sentence, that's fine. But
I think
so far,
the A stopped it being a sentence.
He is new.
He is new and husky and Tabby
and
A.
Tabby A. Not. No, okay. It's not going to be anything.
It's unraveling.
But what if it ravels?
That went for a lot further than I realized that it might.
And not
A
his.
not his. That's where it breaks down. A not his is not a relevant sentence.
Perfect. But what are these dates? There can't be this many. I mean, look, I suppose they could still just be birth dates and these animals are long gone.
True.
Recent gone. Do we? We haven't been here all that long, right?
No, You've been here a short time, but enough to be driven batty by your roommates.
Naturally. But yeah, like none of these animals strike anything in our memory, I assume.
Nope.
Okay. I don't know what to do with these yet. I think it's time to move on.
Okay. To what?
I don't know.
All right, well, we were on our...
I know it was a cage, and so presumably we could see the other side of the door because it would just be cage wise.
You want to check the other side.
But is there anything
of
on the other side of the door of the cage that we came through?
There is nothing on the other side of the
Okay.
door of the cage you came
What
through.
if the individual bars had like scraped in dates or
As you
something?
do.
You know?
The bars seem to be uniform.
The table/ledge that we were positioned on, that our cage and this bowl are positioned on, anything either on that or on the underside of that we should be checking out?
The ledge itself, no, but underneath it there's that blanket that you pulled off before.
I was
Oh.
going to say, should we check the blanket?
I had forgotten about the
I
blanket.
had not forgot the blanket, but now no one will ever believe me. Shall we check this? Yeah, I mean, from the outside, like with light, does the blanket look like anything?
I mean, it looks like a blanket, but you do find, flipping it over, that the side that wasn't turned towards your cage before has some text on it.
Yes.
It says, "Stuck you seem to be by the numerals of 3, the order each word."
Stuck you seem to be by the numerals of 3, which we were seconds ago.
It's true.
The order each word.
The order each word?
That's what I heard.
You heard correctly.
That's curious. Does that feel like something is missing from that, or weird order, or something like
This
that?
is a haiku.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
The order each word doesn't mean anything.
That's not like putting them in alphabetical order or anything.
And it wasn't each word. It wasn't the 6th word, then the 2nd word, then the 19th word. We tried that, and that got us about this new husky.
This is true. Now, the paragraphs, there's a lot of text on each of these, so just going for like the first 20 words or whatever, it would be a waste.
There are 3 blocks of text, perhaps.
Is that...
So for Chai, there's he is friendly, da-da-da-da-da, while not being a passenger prince, da-da-da-da-da. Chai will sit on your head like an egg. What a weird guy. But then Izzy only has 2.
chunky paragraphs. Like, it's one initial sentence.
Perry has 3, but Prince only has 2 by that count. Yeah, and then Luca's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 or 5. So I don't think that's reasonable. And there's no 9th word to Luca is an Australian Labradoodle, so it would have to start after that, in which case some of the others only have 2.
No, and look, the order each word feels like there's going to be some rearranging happening in some way or another. But what are we going to do with you?
Well, we are stuck by the numerals of 3, but the order each word doesn't really help. Is this an unfinished passage? I don't think so, because it was 575 syllable-wise.
That would be a complete haiku.
Does the fact that it's a haiku have relevance to what we're searching for?
Well, yeah, because
Or
that
is
would
it just
be
for funsies?
575, right? Like the idea of a haiku. 5 syllables, 7 syllables.
Yeah,
5 syllables.
that's what a haiku is.
Is there
but...
any way of going chai is 6 syllables, 2 syllables, 19 syllables? That is 3 numbers in a row. But what would that mean? We find the 19 syllable word in this passage? I mean, it doesn't feel like this is helped me come up with a new way to interpret this, and is instead just saying, hey, keep trying to come up with ways to interpret
it is interesting because like anything regarding order wasn't something I was thinking of.
But I don't understand
you're right,
what...
I feel like I've got heavy morning brain here.
So...
Again, I don't necessarily think that this is anything, but to say it out loud, again, we know that last line, it sounds kind of weird. In order to fit the haiku, should be looking at what we would expect to be there. Like normally we would expect it to be the order of each word, but the of is missing. Anything regarding that. Damn numbers, I'm looking at you. Can we go away from chai? Maybe we've been staring too long at chai and go to another random.
I'm going down to Rascal.
Okay.
5302.
Rascal, you've went from the first pet to the 10th pet.
Oh, interesting. Can you just do a quick skim, like click on the pages one by one so that I can see these dates?
Okay.
6, 8. I'm just looking at the first digit. 4, 7, 9. We haven't had any repetitions yet. 3,
Oh, 3.
2, 10.
Oh, there is
1.
one that starts with a 10. Okay.
Okay, so the first ones, we can reorder them.
Okay, so yeah, the first number could be the order.
Very solid hinting, saying you've gone from the 1st to the 10th.
So zucchini is number 1.
Oh, God.
But then we
okay.
still have 202.
We do, but that's okay. So let's stare at zucchini and see what we can do, because this is good. Second paragraph, second word, maybe? I mean, if we give a skim through them, do any of the second digits go... someone did. Someone was a 7.
Yeah, right? There's not 8 paragraphs in
No,
Luca,
you're right.
so that can't
Okay,
be
so
second
it's not
paragraph,
that.
second word. It's not going to be the second word, then the second word, because I don't think our phrase we're looking for is.
But I'm assuming that because so much effort has been put into coming up with these long paragraphs that everything is going to be relevant. I assume it's not like second word, second letter. Surely we haven't got all of this just to get one letter out of it. That would be too much work. But that would be an S. But no, because some of them have like 19. There's not going to be a 19th letter of something. So good. Don't have to worry about that either.
But there would be a 19th word of something.
Yeah, that would
So what if it's
definitely
the other
be
way
a 19th
around?
word. You think that the middle letter, it could be letter.
So we're looking for, like, okay, in order, this is number 1, and then we look for the second letter of the word number 02.
Not impossible, but I guess
All of these sort of, yeah,
so
I mean,
much
that
way.
would be an S. Sorry,
It
that
would.
would be an S regardless.
Yep.
So it starts with an S. And then our second one is Misha. So it'd be, no, that would then say the
already
third. So
fails.
that doesn't
Great.
work. Great. So what do these other numbers represent? Each word? It's hard when I also have no idea what I'm going to get out of this. So it's hard to like build towards something because we don't know if what we're
Yes,
going to
you
get
have
is
not
a...
interacted fully with everything available to you. It
Ooh.
might be nice to know what you're working towards.
Okay, well, it feels like the only thing to interact with a bit more is the door and all the stuff related to the door.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Well, it was all I know about the door. I wrote down it was a sliding door and there's a microphone.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we
A
haven't
microphone and a button.
the button.
And a button. Okay. Well, then we should press the button.
Okay.
You press the button and you hear the following. Please speak passphrase to open door. After a few more seconds, you hear passphrase not recognized.
There is a chance that that's what the posters will get us. That
Yes,
every one of
I
these
think that seems fair.
10 posters gets us an individual letter that comes together and make a passphrase.
Makes sense.
Doesn't really help me with interpreting. Other than we're not looking for full words, potentially, in that case, because full words would be too long.
Well, it's a past phrase.
Yeah,
A
that's
phrase
true.
could be 10 words.
Okay, it's a 10-word phrase, and it is, he is new and husky, and... Okay, so if it's second paragraph 19... we know it can't be second paragraph 19th word.
Sentence? Just sentence?
Sentence, that's better. Okay. Number 1 was zucchini. The second sentence is
Second.
beware the assassin cat.
So
The
the
second
second word
word
the.
is the.
That's a prompt place to start. There is nothing wrong with the.
The. So number 2 is Misha.
Third sentence, second word, perhaps?
Misha is a calico. Wasn't and those many titles in other words. The master massive insecurity.
Oh, there's only 3 sentences on here.
Obey Misha's every whim. So,
Ooh,
the Mishas.
okay. Could be the other way around. And it's third word of second sentence.
So it'd still start with the.
And then it would be cats.
Now that makes more sense. So it's third word of the second sentence. Maybe.
Let's hope.
While certain cats. The cats. The third one. What's number 3? Mason. 6th
Word
of the fifth sentence. Is that what we figured out?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In his opinion, that activity rocks. The cat's rocks? Not impossible, but curious.
The cat's rocks. Perry. The third word of the 15th sentence.
Oh,
It does
boy.
have short little sentences.
It does.
Perry's a
1,
tabby. Cat
2,
does not wear a hat. Perry's not a platypus.
4,
Yeah, tabby's not a shabby. Perry, as you can see, there sitting in his nook is a
7,
bit of an open book. Perry
8,
loves to
9,
snuggle, though he
10.
can be
Only 10 sentences. Okay.
Okay,
That doesn't
so
work.
we've got it wrong again.
Damn it.
All right.
Everything feels so promising.
So the thing about this, Danny, is there isn't a solution. Okay, so how can you possibly interpret numbers on a page? The first number we've sort of ideally thought is the order, purely because there's 1 to 10 and there's
Yeah.
10 things.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
That feels right.
The next two numbers are not referring to the number of paragraphs, the number of sentences, the number of words, or the number of letters. These are the only facts left in a poster, so we must have gotten something wrong. I'm assuming it will make sense, and the passphrase is not going to be 10 arbitrary random words stuck together.
No.
It is not the second word and then the second word. It is not the number of paragraphs, because nothing, as we go on, that's not going to refer to number of paragraphs. It's not the number of sentences, because either the second number is sentences, in which case we get a nonsense phrase, or the third number of is sentences, in which case we'd run out of sentences on one of the posters. What could they possibly be referring to? The order each word.
I know that our temptation is to start with zucchini because it's number 1, but just because it's 1202 does make it, I feel, challenging as a place to start.
All right, Phoenix is 10701. The final one will be 10701.
What are you doing, Phoenix?
I mean, it's just so hard because we've exhausted every option we have. It is not the 7th word, is not the 7th letter, is not the 7th sentence. It is not the 7th letter of the alphabet, I'm assuming. So it isn't anything to do with the words at that point. What is left to investigate?
What are we missing?
Lines.
Oh, we just counted. That is true. We've counted sentences and paragraphs, but not specifically lines.
Have we not done lines?
No.
Okay, great. Then let's just do lines.
Yeah, see? Like, it's something that we're just missing. So that explains the and why we're consistently getting this the to start with.
2, third line, 1, 2, 3.
Word. There we go. 6th line. 5th word. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That. 15th word of this next line for Perry.
Open.
Fair enough. The words that open. Okay, 3rd line, 2nd word.
The.
Amazing. 2nd line, 19th word.
Door.
Makes sense.
Are. My. Favorite.
Give us dog 10. Treat.
7. Treat. How did we go through so many things and not think of lines,
I
Danny?
know, I agree.
It could be 6th line, 2nd word, 19th letter. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not.
That's why I wasn't bothered, because I knew we were going to be forgetting something that made sense.
All right. Well, we don't know. The words that opened the door are my favorite treat.
Okay. I wonder whose favorite treat.
The only treat we've got is bird pellets, but I don't think that's my favorite treat, and I definitely don't think it's the human's favorite treat.
No, that would be weird.
You may be overthinking this.
Oh, okay, great. We say my favorite treat.
Passphrase correct. Door opening.
Of course.
The door slides open, and you crawl across the jam to the other side.
Yeah.
To your left is a kitchenette. To your right, a computer station. And ahead of you, another door.
Is there a cat here?
You glance around the room, and over at the kitchenette, you do notice a cat.
Okay. All right, well, let's warily take a bit of a look at this kitchenette. What else is involved in it besides a cat?
So, on the left-hand side, you see some drawers with the top one open and the cat sitting in it. And on the right-hand side, you notice a coffee maker.
All right, good to know. And this computer station. Tell me more.
There's a computer and an answering machine.
Ooh, okay. I would love to hear some things about this answering machine.
This looks like one of those newfangled answering machines that responds to voice prompts. On it, you see a label saying, "Hello, my name is Alex. Ask me to play messages."
Bloody Alex. All right, Alex, play messages?
You hear the following messages.
Hey, sorry I missed your call. I'm out for a jog. Stopping for water now. No, I didn't see Jimmy's letters. It's nice his mail is finally getting through to us.
Interesting.
Okay, his mail's finally getting through to us. Jimmy's letters. Jimmy Ragaletto, evil man.
Of course.
Ugh.
You forgot the password again. Look, I'm tired of cutting runs short. To lock you back in, ask Captain Drawers for the password. I'm sure that'll end well.
Captain Drawers for the password. I'm sure it'll end well.
It's good that you're picking out important sounding phrases. I'm definitely not going to remember them.
How badly did Drawers scratch you up this time? Captain would jump through the ceiling before taking a bath, wouldn't he? Fine. I'll come straight home to take care of you. Be glad the cat didn't finish you off.
That one had finish in it.
It did.
Curious.
And the first one had finally?
It did. Oh, that's very interesting. But so stressful to listen to with all of the laboured breathing.
Yeah, right?
So we're talking about password. Can I take a look at the computer?
The computer is on a password screen.
Hmm.
And Captain Drawers, who I'm assuming is the cat,
I would
who
guess
lives
so.
in a drawer
Mhm.
and loves to scratch people
Yep.
and doesn't want to take a bath.
Mhm.
So Captain Drawers has a password? Can you get the password?
What's it? Just ask Captain Drawers. It might go well.
Yes. So there's clearly, those things felt like big clues, right? Something would end well.
The words were
we'll
deliberately chosen.
Finish you off. We're finally getting his letters. There's also a chance that those are like cryptic crossword style things, right? Password end is D.
Oh, dear God.
All right. Finish of you off is UF.
I think I would need transcripts to
We
figure
would
that
probably
out.
need transcripts of these if that
Hmm.
was the case, but we might need those because that might be the case. Do you want to ask the cat for the password?
I mean, we could still look at a bit of everything else first.
Well, first of all, is there a hint on the computer for the password?
That's a fair question.
You can try typing something in.
We tried typing something in.
A password hint pops up along with the error message that you got it wrong. The hint says, only an idiom would take this many attempts to remember their password.
So what's that going to help with? There's something idiomatic in each of these. Well, we should find out. We should talk to the cat, maybe.
Perhaps. I would like to look at everything else in the room first, just to get a full layout.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Can we please go round and check out the door that I assume we're trying to leave through?
The door does appear to lead to the outside, and it has a knob that you lack the appendages to ever turn.
Mm.
But fortunately, there's also a cat door you can crawl out of to freedom, except it's locked with a directional lock.
Ooh.
If we say, hey, cat, what's the password? Is it going to go, wah, 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 and point in a lot of different directions?
Such smart cat.
Such a good cat.
The cat does not respond to you.
Okay, going around, let's check out this coffee maker. They scare me. I've never used one in real life.
Oh, then you're going to be terrified of this one because it's a very fancy coffee machine with a ton of buttons. You didn't know they could put that many buttons on a coffee machine.
Do I know what coffee is as a bird? Have they accidentally put a few beans into my pellets?
You know that it's something you're not supposed to drink.
Uh-huh. All right, lots of buttons. So my drawing of what appears to be a jug was probably not going to do it.
Should we ask the cat for the password?
You keep saying ask the cat, but we can try to engage with the cat.
Okay, well, what did it say about the cat and the password?
Look, we're a bird. We have not been able to talk with the dog. I don't think we have just animal language.
Okay, well then, what would you like to do, Danny?
Engage with the cat in some
Okay,
way.
that's the same thing.
It's just talk to the cat. This is weird phrasing. We can, from a safe distance, get the cat's attention.
How do you do so?
Squawk at it. Hold
You
on.
squawk at it and the cat looks annoyed.
But we have a whole series of cat commands.
We do.
But we don't have a laser pointer to do the laser pointer one. We don't have a palm to hold up facing the cat. We can call out the cat's name, but we're not holding any food.
I also, yeah.
Because we do know its name.
Yeah.
It's Captain Drawers.
We could give it a high five.
You could try.
Can I try high pawing the cat by holding my bird claw up to it?
You are terrified of getting that close to a predator that could seriously injure you, and you do not do so.
That's fair. Okay, so presumably then, getting any closer to these drawers would be difficult. Does it look like the cat is sleeping on anything important?
If there's anything under the cat, which there may well be, you cannot see it while the cat is covering it.
Okay, we got to get that cat moving. I don't know enough about coffee makers to know how they work. Do you think the cat just likes milk and things like that?
I mean, maybe cats in general would. Like you said, we looked at the coffee machine and we were just told it has a lot of buttons.
Yeah.
Is that a meaningful thing that we can interact with? Like, if we wanted to press the milk button, is that reasonable? We don't even know if there is one.
You look
That's true.
around, but you don't specifically spot a milk button.
Damn. I'm guessing. Okay, so maybe we need to know a little bit more about how this is likely to work. Maybe we're going to find something, in which case it feels like we are looking at these voicemails as a key. I suppose just a quick check. Anything on the back of the sliding door that we came through?
The sliding door has slid into the wall and
Right.
is now inaccessible to you.
Not a problem. So yeah, it feels like these voicemails are the thing that we have to hone in on, right?
Yeah. Shall we play them again?
I think
Or-
so.
So, yeah, first one's about Jimmy's letters.
Hmm.
Letters in a sentence is relevant. I don't know.
Hey, sorry I missed your call. I'm out for a jog.
Not for a jog.
Stopping for water now.
Stopping for one.
No, I didn't see Jimmy's letters.
Oh, I didn't see Jimmy's
It's
letters.
nice his mail is finally getting through to us.
And that finally was emphatic.
The final letters of getting through to us start spelling the word ghost.
You have the feeling that if you
What?
needed to spell something from those voicemails, you would have a transcript available.
That's
Mhm.
true.
What's the second one? What's the second
Of
one?
course, you forgot the password.
Of course, forgot the
Okay.
password again.
Look, I'm tired of cutting run short. To lock you back in, ask Captain Drawers for the password. I'm sure that'll end well.
An end is very emphatic here.
Yeah. We can listen to the third one again if you like.
Yes.
How badly did Drawers scratch you up this time? Captain would jump through the ceiling before taking a bath, wouldn't he?
I am now wondering if we need to spray the cat with water.
Because he doesn't like baths.
Mm.
Yeah, that's fair. We didn't have a milk button. Do we have a water button?
I would assume
You
that
do
a
have a
coffee
water
thing has
button.
water.
Okay.
All right, can we press this hopefully not scalding water button and see what happens?
You press the water button, and water comes pouring out of the coffee machine nozzle on the right-hand side of the kitchenette and pours onto the counter and then onto the floor far away from Captain Drawers.
Can we go back to the previous room and grab our lightweight pellet bowl?
You go back to the previous room and grab your lightweight pellet bowl.
Chuck all the pellets out of it. I don't want them. I hate them. I want to go back and stick it under the coffee maker or just onto where it's dribbling onto the floor. Somewhere to catch some water. That's going to be real
you
heavy.
Dump out the disgusting pellets, fly the lightweight bowl back into the other room, put it under the nozzle of the coffee maker, and you fill it with water.
I'm just going to have to drag it as close as I dare. That's going to be
You
difficult.
drag it as close as you dare on the counter over the cat menacingly.
And then, in every obnoxious pet behavior as possible, just going to tip it. Tipping water, favorite thing.
You dump the water onto the cat. It screams, leaps up, and runs to the far corner of the room. Inside the now soggy drawer, you see the following.
We got an image.
All right, people at home, you can see this. The cat has jumped away.
Oh, God, we've got Latin. Well, hold on. It starts in Latin and then it gets less so. Okay. No, that's a lie. It's just a mix of things.
What does it say?
Eccentric academia deduct. Big mafioso ferret. Full stop. Every incognito tiramisu soldier. Advisement to abandon seeking emu village. Dear God. Okay.
Yeah, all right. So these are 4 lines, though one of them doesn't start with the capital letter, but the others do. And yeah, what are they? What are we getting out of this? It feels like this could have something to do with idioms, but I'm not sure. They could be cryptic crossword style clues. See, words like eccentric that make it seem like they need to rearrange something. advisement to abandon seeking emu feels very construction of a cryptic crossword
It does
clue.
a little bit.
There are arguably 3 of them because there is only 3 capital letters. So it could just be that the first line sort of goes over into the second line, but that is a little odd, but maybe not. And that's why it's a lowercase b for big mafioso ferret. Jimmy is a big mafioso, but I don't think that would be relevant for this puzzle. We're assuming this is the password, right? Because you have to see if Captain Draws can give you the password.
I would probably think that, yeah.
That seems like a decent presumption.
So
maybe the things at the end, like if it were cryptic crossword style, maybe, hey, looking at the things at the end are going to be our answers in some way.
I mean, cat got your tongue.
What are you looking at?
The ends of the letters.
Oh my god, just the last letters
Yeah.
of things.
All of this finally end well. All this sort of stuff. Finish, end, finally. That's the final letters. So the final letters of all these words are cat got your tongue, which is an idiom. So maybe cat got your tongue is the password?
Let's type cat got your tongue into that computer.
Computer unlocks, revealing a screen full of the
Bubba.
usual programs, browsers, and file shortcuts. Glancing about, one file does catch your eye. It's titled Catlock, and I will send that to you now.
Yay.
Cat lock.
And this is your
Progress.
final image of the room.
Woohoo!
All right. We have 6 images in this catlock PDF.
Yeah.
We have a glacier.
Yep, fair enough. I called it an ice floe.
We have
Ooh,
a lake with a mountain and some trees.
it's very nice.
We've got
Another mountain.
a cliff, a mountain, a cliffside, some rocks. We've got a forest, which I
Someone-
cannot see for the trees.
Someone would be able to geoguess the hell out of these.
Yeah. We should get
But
Rainbow
it's not
on the
me.
show. A little bit of, is that raised
Aqueduct
railway?
bridge?
Oh, it could be aqueduct.
It's probably not an aqueduct.
It could be an
but
aqueduct. There are still
It's
aqueducts.
probably just a bridge.
Could be. We just call them pipelines now.
Okay.
But in some forest.
Yeah. So seeing largely natural landscapes here. Definitely
And now
nothing
another lake.
that outright gives you an idea of a direction.
If this is for the door lock, is it presumably 6 directions? But what's the direction of a glacier?
Yeah. There
South.
must be. I don't think we're gonna be able to.
Glaciers traveled south from the North Pole into Europe during the Ice Age. Clearly, Danny.
I don't think we're going to be able to pull that
No.
from a lot of these images. So there must be something else. Have we seen other references to nature besides the existence of haikus, which are all about nature?
No, I don't think we have. Looking at the room, we've done with the posters, we've done with the other posters, we've done with the initial door, the dog helped us fetch something, we've had our bowl, we've had our cage done, we've dealt with the cat, we've used the coffee machine to get some water to deal with the cat. It feels like this is the puzzle that you solve to get a series of directions to open the lock. It doesn't seem like it's going to connect to anything else. The voicemails helped us get into the computer.
They did.
And now these 6 pictures are somehow going to get us directions.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for directions.
Very curious. Okay. Just checking. There's nothing hidden in here. There aren't any hidden arrows that I can't see because I'm looking at the screen diagonally, right?
I don't think so. I don't see anything inherently.
These are somehow a magic eye puzzle. I'm never going to solve it.
Yeah. We have a picture of a glacier flowing down into some water.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't feel inherently directional to me.
It really doesn't. And so many of these really don't.
Okay, well, do we have anything in this room that is inherently directional? Obviously, the lock. This isn't a case where if we examine the lock closer, there's a picture of a glacier on the north.
Nope, you have fully examined the lock. It is just a plain directional lock.
So we have directional lock. We have these pictures are labeled cat lock.
Have we fully examined everything else? Like, for instance, would trying to open the other drawers be helpful or anything like that?
Your lightweight bird self is not strong enough to open those other drawers.
No fair. Do I feel comfortable with having looked at everything?
You feel comfortable with having looked at everything.
Okay.
What is directional about these pictures? Are we facing clearly any direction? Do we see sun? We don't see the sun in any of these pictures.
I would find that challenging.
Yes. Yeah, and I don't think we can. We have a...
Oh, the second one, it's just a picture of a mountain.
It's just a picture of a lake
And a
with a
lake.
mountain in the background. A low
That's a
mountain,
very
maybe
nice
a hill.
picture. but I don't know what
There
to
are
do with
trees
it.
in front.
Hmm.
If I didn't know we had a directional lock, I would never look at these and assume direction.
No. That's why I will be very curious if this does turn out to be just like a standalone. I definitely would assume that we would need something else.
Yeah, it feels like we have to have something else. Okay, Danny, hold on a second.
Uh-huh.
Last time we forgot that words had that documents had lines in them.
Yes.
A very, very basic thing that we would usually check straight away.
Sure.
What are we forgetting about pictures of nature that is incredibly simple and basic?
They have colours.
They have colors. White, yellow on green on blue, like a flag. Blue on green on grey, grey on brown on orange, green on aqueduct on grey on brown, and green and blue. Is that helpful? Okay, the colors didn't help. Danny, what is the fundamental fact about pictures that we've forgotten?
I do not get vibes from a lot of these pictures.
No, and like, what's the difference between picture number 2, a lake with trees around it and a
beautiful
hill
still
in the
lake.
background,
Yep.
and picture number 6, a lake with trees around it and hills in the background?
Yes.
I would say very, very little. I don't know what qualities these could have
Can
that
you
would lead to
scroll up
directions.
to a different one?
Yeah, of course. What have you seen? Oh, is there pictures in the corner?
Yeah.
Are there pictures in the corner?
There are pictures. Well,
Wait, what?
at
What are you-
least 2 of them.
What are you seeing?
That little picture. It's a
Oh.
little bird.
There's a bird in there? What are you... Really? I've zoomed in as far as is humanly possible. There is a tiny, tiny, tiny bird that I still can't really fully make out in the bottom right
But it's definitely
of
facing
one
left.
of these pictures. It is facing left?
Let's find our birds.
All right.
Oh god, now you've zoomed in.
Yeah.
There's a bird, there's a bird, there's a bird.
Okay, there is a bird
It's
hidden in
facing
the
right.
glacier that is facing to the right. So the first one is right. It had nothing to do with nature or the
It-
pictures or anything.
Totally
It's just a hidden thing.
It's almost, it's not a magic eye, but there we go.
There it
There's
is,
one on
facing
the
to
right.
the left.
Facing left. Oh, okay, where are you, bird? Where are you?
Where's
Oh
the
my God,
bird
where
in
are you?
picture 3?
Oh, there it is, right in the bottom right.
Oh, looking down?
Yep.
Number 3.
Where are you? Oh god, they're getting more and more difficult.
Oh no, why can't I scroll around?
It's way over on the far left.
Was it way over on the far
Yep.
left? Oh yes, there it is, and it's facing right.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one's facing down.
Right,
And then this one was facing
left.
left. Okay, so what are the orders?
Birds.
What are the orders of our birds?
Right, left, down, right, down, left.
We use that code on the directional
Are we strong
lock.
enough to use a lock?
You are strong enough to use a directional lock. You input those directions, the lock clicks off. You crawl out through the door, get your bearings, stretch your wings, and make a beeline for home. With any luck, you'll be reunited with your flock in no time.
Oh, we've done it!
Congratulations!
Yes!
Terrible, terrible people. Keep it as it. There's not even any windows in this house.
Yeah, that was very questionable.
Thanks for listening to Escape This Podcast. Stay tuned for next week's episode where we talk about the escape room that we just did with the guest that we just had. This podcast is kept afloat by crowdfunding, so if you'd like to sign up, why don't you head to our Patreon? There's a link in the show notes below, where there's weekly episodes for our $5 donors, a charmed recap show, and a monthly video for our $10 donors, weekly cryptic crosswords for our $20 donors, and all of our donors can appear as NPCs in rooms that Danny writes. Thanks again for listening. See you next time.